We actually covered this in a previous That Park Place or Cheatherapia Live segment when we were covering price increases. Very interesting, because when we were covering ticket price increases, annual pass increases, and all these different things, they snuck in something that went a little bit under the radar right here, and now it has expanded. Here we go from Walt Disney World News Today. Breaking: Walt Disney World snack carts are going cashless. And this was October 8th, 2025, as the date there points out, by Shannon Ace. Well, now, by Blog Mickey here, October 14th, Walt Disney World expands cashless locations, advises guests to purchase gift cards.
Yes.
What is going on right here? Walt Disney World has recently expanded the number of locations that are cashless around the theme parks. The locations are typically outdoor vending locations where guests would purchase soda or ice cream novelties and the like. And here's a look at the new signage and what you should do if you only have cash. You can see right there, cashless location. Please pay with credit card, Disney gift card, or mobile payment. Disney gift cards are available for purchase at your nearest Walt Disney World merchandise store. In effect, what they're saying right here is that if you don't have a credit card, let's say, and you only have cash, well, why don't you go into a shop or store nearby, get a
and
gift
walk
card,
past
and
lots
come
of stuff
back.
that'll tempt you on the way and on the way out.
Indeed, right here. This right here is, man, I don't like this at all. Not one bit. I kind of want to know from you guys, what do you think about the parks going cashless here? Nolan, want to go ahead and hear from you. What do you got going on? Walt Disney World cashless.
Let me tell you what it's like being an adult in 2025 when you have a wallet or a purse, okay? You're going to be making your way to maybe a nice little Halloween attraction in your local state, and oh, it's all cashless. Okay, might as well use card. And then the very next day, you can go to the local fair and everything is just cash. They don't take card. So you feel stupid anywhere you go because you never know what to expect. You go up to the dang self-checkout at Walmart and sometimes they're like cashless or, oh no, it's okay here. I'm afraid I'm going to start coming up and places are going to be check only at this point. No, people are not cool in this day and age of, you need to have some variety because people are going to be carrying both kind of things on them. We haven't had a full transition yet. It is clear that there's still some society rejection here because it's not economically feasible to go cashless for all types of jobs and such. I get Disney wants to make the route for probably XYZ reasons, but Disney, you already got enough problems as it is. Like, let's hold back a little bit and see how the rest of America responds. Save the jumping ahead of where the trends are going to be a little more in Epcot, please. A little less in the cash stands at Magic Kingdom, please.
Erika, the excuse will be, well, if you're going to Walt Disney World and paying an exorbitant amount to stay on property and to go into the theme parks in the first place, maybe you don't have cash to pay for those transactions. Maybe everybody has credit card or some type of digital form of payment right there. Your thoughts on the parks going cashless and encouraging gift cards, please.
I think they're copying SeaWorld. The SeaWorld parks have gone completely cashless, so they're testing the waters out to see how well this is going to go. But the thing is that Disney still pulls in the most international tourism. And here in Europe,
that's a fair point.
A lot of Europeans are accustomed to paying with cash. They're not really fully accustomed to everything being cashless. So
interesting.
There is an awareness of things being more plastic in the States, the cards from debit to credit. So out here, Europeans are aware that America kind of has that reputation already, but that still doesn't, erase the fact that Europeans, we're creatures of habit. So I'd imagine, at least on the European side, they would probably go between both. They'll pull cash out from an ATM while also relying on gift cards and debit credit transactions and kind of go between the three. But I don't know. Then again, the Europeans, they might prefer the cashless and they might consider it more convenient. I mean, it just depends on the mindset of that person and the group of people.
Once we've covered all the convenience factors and the inconvenience factors, I'm sorry to tell you all, there is a much darker purpose.
Oh, yeah.
This.
I just didn't want to go down that hole here. But
anybody ever heard of a Chinese
very
coffee
dark side
company?
to it.
A Chinese coffee company called Luckin, Luckin or Luckin. They just opened their first 2 stores in New York City. Mm-hmm. They're all over China, and they are completely cashless. And why? Because investigation discovered that they were basically making TikTok look like a data miner. that if you used your card for a coffee, they were sucking out everything about your history, about your location, about your family, as much as they could get. Now, they were doing it, of course, for Chi-Com nastiness. Disney would only be doing it for utterly benevolent marketing purposes.
Well,
But still, this is a way to get you to reveal more about yourself than you might even realize you're revealing by simply buying a churro.
Yeah.
Well, it's very interesting
and
because the
that's
Magic
spooky.
Band program,
Yeah.
part of it was conceived because they understood that there were inhibitions that people would actually have when it came to like taking out their wallet from their purse or paying with cash and like seeing that money flow. You could take that out of the equation with a Magic Band that you would have a credit card information on. Also, too, the data mining. Look, Disney does that quite extensively. I mean, it is definitely part of their portfolio. Now, they don't talk about it, but they certainly do it. MJ, I'm old-fashioned. Cashless? What do you think about all this?
I am old-fashioned as well with a lot of things. Actually, me and Lou, pre-show, we were talking about how I'm an old lady in a young body. But I have so much to say about this, but we're not going to go down too far down the rabbit hole. But two things. If you're a local, this is great. Why? Because most warehouses, when I say warehouses, shops, like it's not even a shop, it's a warehouse, Costco and BJ's. If you are a smart person and you know better, you're going to go get those gift cards at a discounted price and you're going to save money and then you're going to use those in the parks. That's like a little
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But if you don't know any better, and you're using a travel agent, now it's the job of the TA to tell their customers, hey, look, don't bring cash with you to the parks. Make sure you load up on Disney gift cards when you arrive. This is where you need to go to buy them. Or if they're like in a splurge, then just say, be ready to purchase, a gift card at one of their shops or have a debit card or a credit card or buy Magic Bands. And we personally like it. It's easy. If the kids want something like a pretzel or a churro or ice cream, they can just tap their Magic Band and it's done. And I always factor in and budget that. So I know I have a card tied to those Magic Bands. But yeah, I actually love this because at BJ's, and this is a hack, you can get some really good deals on Disney gift cards and you can use them at the hotels, at the parks.
It's very true.
And you will save a lot of money. As a matter of fact, that's how I buy my merchandise most of the time. So
that's assuming that you only buy enough to use on your trip, and you keep track of how much is left, and you don't have 43 cards in the bottom of a drawer somewhere, each with $1.25 left on them, that they're making money on your money all this time. Which is the way, unfortunately, most of us live,
Well, there was a gift card scandal recently, right? This is quite a few years ago, but there was some accountant working at Disney who noticed that the company would attribute revenue in both circumstances when that gift card was purchased and when it was used. And it was like, whoa, that's a huge scandal right there.
Yeah.
Don't quite know what happened to her, but she did blow
the
the whistle on that.
very, 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 very first case of banking computer fraud was some guy working at the United California Bank. I think it was in San Diego, might have been LA. And every day when he walked in, the password of the day was on a chalkboard. Oh. And he would go in and he would take from every account in their system a penny and move it into another account. And every day a penny and a penny and a penny, and nobody noticed. And you know what? It added up to millions of dollars that he got away with before they caught him doing it. So never underestimate the power of eensy, teensy little pieces of money compounding into something serious.
Indeed. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Look, I think Office Space actually did something like that. Anyway, I understand the company wants to induce more sales from people. And look, if you have cashless receptacles right there, people, they make more impulse purchases. Maybe they don't quite know how much they're actually spending at the time and so forth. And for a cast member, right? Look, you got to trust them with cash, or you can have a digital system, especially for a kiosk and so forth. That might make more sense right there. But I don't know. I see theme parks like Knott's Berry Farm, for instance, going completely cashless. And I just look at that and I go, I'm not sure if I want that. But it is a changing time, and you have to be ready for it. Go ahead, Lou. Finish.
All I was going to say was, even as I said in passing earlier, the act of, I'll just go into this store and get one. You have to walk by a whole bunch of tempting stuff. I didn't know they sold those. How much is that? They have a calculation somewhere that tells them what percentage of additional sales they get out of just making people make that trip.
It's a great point. And look, when you see something like, let's say one of those, what is it, cheeseburger, I guess, rolls or something that they have over there at one of the kiosks over there in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, you look at it and go, okay, well, it's $7.95. Do I get a $10 gift card? And then what happens with that cash after the fact? See how it's all working out right there? It's all to get.
By the way, those are almost $9 now. That's the little kiosk on your way into Adventureland. Those the spring cheeseburger rolls. You're absolutely right.
Right.
Now they're like almost $9 fast.
I'm telling you. Well, you see, my prices are out of date right there. They just keep exploding, and I can't keep track of them. But it's all a way to get more money out of you when you go to Walt Disney World.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.